of Farmington High School athletics. Let's give it up one more time for 68 years of football, band, and spirit squads. And we thank you all very much for attending tonight.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans, from Allen Holland Field. Senior Night 2018, as we recognized the 68 years of Allen Holland Field, a historic program, the alumni from football, band, cheer, squad, spirit squads. Right now, even though that we are playing the Harrison Goblins, I have the privilege and honor that it is to welcome in a Harrison Goblin himself, I would consider still, even though that we've been separated a long time and had to kind of renew that, the privilege and honor to be joined by Marty Burlsworth. That name, if it sounds familiar to you, it should. Former Razorback, former walk-on Razorback, turned All-American scholarship player. His brother, Brandon Burlsworth, played at the U of A, was a teammate of mine, and Marty, it's just, you know, even though that Harrison and Farmington's playing on the field, this is an opportunity that I just wanted to come out and, you know, invite you over, say a few words, talk about the Burlsworth Foundation. I know that for me personally, we were talking earlier that the story and the life of Brandon and what he meant to the Harrison community, and then turn around and when he walked on at the U of A, what he turned into meaning to the Razorback community, and now just the namesake continues to carry on with the Burlsworth Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely, and thanks for having me on. It's great to be here, great to be in Farmington tonight. Y'all have got a great program, and I mean, it's a historic night here for this facility, for this community, for this school. So, you know, I'm sorry about the scoreboard, but anyway. Not much I can do about that. It happens. It happens. Yeah, you know, Brandon, you know, it was a great example to so many. Being a family member, being that close, you know, you as it's happening during those great times that y'all were together at the University of Arkansas playing football and working hard and building that program. You know, you don't take it for granted. I will not say that. We didn't take it for granted because those were some of the best times, even as a family. You know, traveling to the games, being around and seeing what you guys were doing, and some success, some not success, some good seasons and some seasons that weren't so good, but also just putting in that work and that determination, and we respect that. And you know, Brandon was respected for that, and you know, really showed what you could do as a walk-on player. And now we have the for that, you know, where his efforts there, we now have the Burlsworth Trophy, which we will be giving away December 3rd in Springdale, and we've had 70 nominees from around the country, former walk-ons, and I'll be headed to Miami, warmer area tomorrow to see last year's winner, Luke Falk, who's now with the Dolphins, and then we'll go see the Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. We're kind of trying to get a little tour in, see some people while we have a little window here. But, you know, those were good times, absolutely.
Right. You know, what Jeff and Randy and I, when we're on the broadcast, of course, I get ribbed a little bit about some of the things that I turn around and say. But, you know, one thing that sticks out to me in the tenure that I was at the university with Brandon is, you know, he walked on, turned scholarship player, turned All-American. I also was a walk-on there, enjoyed – you know, that life.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, one thing that I always remember about Brandon was my first few days on campus. The Russell Browns, the Grant Garretts, and then you have Brandon Burlsworth and Chad Abernathy,
right,
and Ryan Hills and Gino Bells and Junior Solis. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And then to go into practice and to see the way that Brandon worked, you know, not only during practice, but it was before practice, it was after practice, it was in between classes. I mean, he was like the Energizer Bunny, never stopped. and kept going. And you mentioned the and I just completely lost the wording that I was, the work ethic that he had and the example that he was, and that was the word that I was trying to come up, that I was forgetting, but the example that he set for anybody who knows the Brandon Burlsworth story, and it came to fruition for the kids today through the movie Grader. And I thought the movie Grader was just not only phenomenal, but I mean, it was well played, and it reminded me a lot of Brandon.
Yeah.
In that life that he led, going to class, and Houston Nutt. During that time frame, he would come out and he would say, "Hey guys, this is the best days of your life. Enjoy it."
Yes, exactly.
And that's
seemed kind of hard to say at practice, didn't it? You would hear that, you're like,
I mean, we're in the middle of two-a-days, and it's 100 degrees outside. We're dripping down with sweat just from walking from the locker room to the practice field. Sure. And he's, he and Coach Burns is out there, "Boys, best days of your life. Enjoy it. Best days of your life." And then to see that carry on still today through the Burlsworth Foundation. You look at all over the state, nationwide. You got the Burls kid, Burls kids out at Razorback Stadium on all home games.
We also have them in Indianapolis still, so the Burls kids are there as well too. So we're proud of that also.
Just continuing to build and build and build, and then really bringing to life still Brandon's work ethic.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, it takes a lot of people, a lot of folks help, a lot of volunteers, got a great board, and just it's something that we're obviously passionate about. We want that message out there to our youth. You want it out there to all of us. That if you work hard, don't listen to the naysayers. Put in the work. Got to put in the work.
Right.
You put in the work, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I mean, it's all about the heart and the determination, about going out there and seeing that dream. And working towards it, and that's what Brandon did.
Absolutely.
And it just paid off, and to see these things come to fruition, and to see his legacy continue. I hope that it just continues.
That's the plan. That's the plan. We don't dream small. We dream big, but we gotta, just like Brandon, gotta work those dreams. It's not just going to happen, but we've got great. Alliances all around the country, people that support this, and that this means a lot to also. And this award for former walk-ons has been tremendous. And we also have a character award that is just for high schools. We started in the state of Arkansas. It's nationwide now, and I've seen just today nominations coming in. These are actual winners. Every school has a winner of this Burlsworth Character Award. It's for a young man that maybe he doesn't see the field on a Friday night like tonight, but he's there every day, and he practices hard, and he stays late, and he's a great teammate. And that young man is able to receive an award at their awards banquet, where normally he wouldn't get anything. Now, and we hear that that's the highlight of a lot of their awards banquets. I'm not talking just in Arkansas, all around the country. That's just awesome. And the high school coaches just love this award, so it's fantastic.
It's great to see, great to hear that, it just continues to evolve. And I don't know if you can say this or not, but is there anything coming down the road that, people may not know that's coming? And if if you got something up your sleeve that you can't say, I completely understand that.
I do, but and I can't say yet. We're in the early stages. We're probably a year out. It's not something new we're doing, but it's something we're taking to another level, probably in 2019. So, we're looking forward to making that announcement once we have everything nailed down. We've got some people that are working with us on this, and another part of the country that really believe in the values that Brandon stood for, and what the Burlsworth Trophy, what the Character Award, everything we do, what it stands for. And it's just Brandon's example, carrying on for many years to come.
And hopefully, I just really hope that 15, 20 years down the road, Marty, that we can still look back and say, you know what, let's talk about an example. Let's talk about Brandon Burlsworth. And then these kids that are 5, 6, 10, 12 years old be like, let me tell you. Let me tell you about Brandon Burlsworth. Here's what I know about him. Started off as Ed Harris, turned into a walk-on at the U of A, turned into All-American scholarship player, went on to the Indianapolis Colts, and his legacy continues that far down the road.
That's exactly what we want, because as the younger kids come along, they don't know players, Razorback players from 10 years ago, maybe,
right.
For the most part. So we want to keep Brandon's legacy alive. We want to keep Brandon alive out there for everyone, and because it's such a great example and something we can all learn from.
Right. It would be hard pressed to think of a better name to keep alive than Brandon Burlsworth as an example for people to say, I want to strive to be the best. Let me follow in his footsteps.
I love it, and I appreciate that very much.
Not a problem. I mean, Marty, it's a pleasure. I thank you a lot for taking time away from your broadcast for Harrison to join in with us and talk about what the Burlsworth Foundation's doing, talk about a little bit about Brandon and that sort of thing. And man, I just wish you guys all the best. It's great to catch up with you again. It's been goodness. To be honest with you, if I was to be completely honest and add up, it's probably been 20 years.
Probably so. I wouldn't doubt it. Exactly. Well, it was great to be on.
Same to you.
Thank you so much. All right, appreciate you having me on.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. That was Marty Burlsworth from Harrison and the Burlsworth Foundation joining us for a few words. Had a Farmington Cardinal go down with an injury, and as we get set to resume action, it's first down and 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Cardinals got the ball. Eric Hill drops back, flushes to his left. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, about the 35-yard line. Jeff Oxford, Coach Randy Osnes, Brian Dean from Allen Holland Field on senior night.
Well, it's good to be back. Great halftime ceremony there as we're shutting down the field with Allen Holland's namesake on it. And we had everybody from the 60s all the way through, and it was really a great turnout. And it was a really nice presentation.
Yes, it was, and it brings to life exactly what you guys have been telling me since we start. Since we've been. As that pass goes incomplete from Hill, brings to life in picture exactly what you guys have been talking about the storied program of Farmington High School in this field.
Well, it's through the 60s, 70s. Of course, we won a couple state championships in the 70s, 80s, carried it on semifinals a few times, and then throughout the 90s with some good teams, and here we are today. And town is growing, and the facilities are getting better, and we're very excited about the new facilities that we'll have this time next year.
Looking forward to it. If you haven't been to the backside of the high school to see the production that's going on behind building of the athletic facilities, it's the steel has gone up to where you can see that where they're going to start laying the bleachers. Cardinals drop back to punt. It's 4th down and 16. Reuben Whitney set for the snap. Low snap. Reuben does a nice job fielding that. Gets the punt away. Great punt coverage there by the Cardinals.
We getting ripped off on this deal. Play. I mean, I was little. Watched Cardinals play for a state championship. And the class of 1983, which your senior class on, that was that first great team of the 80s. It was 12-1 and got beat here in the semifinals on a very muddy field, which, this is my opinion, if it wouldn't have rained, y'all win that game by 3 touchdowns.
Well, we'd like to think so. And
cut down on our speed a little bit with Coy Pitts, and there's just We got 1/2 left on this field. This field is very special to a lot of us. Been a lot of great memories made on this field. Those teams, as Coach Holland used to say, we may play teams that got better athletes, but we're not going to play anybody that's going to outwork us.
That's very true, and he, you know, that was his.
I'm little. I was small.
Yeah, ask him about the trip to Valonia that we took in my daughter's Honda CRV.
Let me tell you something, dude. Hey, we could hit every go-kart track on the way home in that daggum thing. Put a 60-inch mower deck on it. We could have paid for our gas on the way down there, mowed a few yards. Osnes over there laughing. I couldn't walk for 3 hours.
Let's put a 6'8", 6'10" guy in a Honda CRV, boys, and let's go 2.5 hours. It's good times. And he never complained once.
Hey, let me tell you, if the airbag, if we would have hit something and the airbag went off, it would have traveled like an inch.
Right into your knees.
Huh?
Right
No,
into
I mean,
your knees.
That's how close we are. And Osnes, he's over there. I'm cramped up, and he's going, look at this. I can take my hands off the steering wheel. They'll keep me in the lane.
It's awesome. We were having a good time.
Yeah, yeah. And what else? We get stuck in traffic. 2nd down and 1. Here comes Turner. Turner at the 30. He's at the 40. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Play clock's down to 19. Had to get the snapper in. That's important on an extra point attempt. High snap. Going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and that pass is incomplete.
2-point conversion attempt is no good. And
so with 4:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Redbirds scratch the board. It is 35-6, and we'll take a quick break.
Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2000.
For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. We're at 479-445-9799. Go Cardinals.
Every home has electrical problems. A faulty switch, outdated fixtures, or not enough outlets. Buzz has seen them all. What's your home's problem? Call Buzz Electrical through Wednesday and get $50 off your service call and receive a whole home safety inspection on us.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport.
Colton's got it teed up. Little pooch kick over to the far side, fielded at the 35. Breaks one tackle, the 37, another at the 40. Going to get across the 45-yard line to the 47-yard line. Here comes the, going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Keelan's come in at quarterback, number 15. The 5'10 sophomore. Second down and 11. Keelan with the snap, hands off around the far side, get a right back to the line of scrimmage. May have picked up about a half a yard. Make it 3rd down and 10. Jordan Welsh, the 5'8 sophomore, on the carry. Kilgore on the tackle.